Hey guys, I am 29 years old. 20 freaking 9. And I've been wanting to do a video like this for a very long time, but stuff keeps happening. And I want to call this video 29 life lessons that I have learned in my 29 years of life. Just a bunch of crap that I feel like if I had learned a lot sooner, life could have been a lot better. Some of them are stupid as hell, but oh my god, still very helpful. And others are like real deep and still very helpful. So I thought I would share with you guys. And I'm going to try to make this real quick and we're just going to dash through the entire list. Cool? Alright, let's begin. Work as hard as you can in your early 20s. Basically almost kill yourself, break your back, do as much as you can in your early 20s, late 20s, mid 20s, just so that you already have a solid ground as to what it is that you want to do in your 30s, 40s, and onwards. And what I mean by that, and I'm talking a lot to like the college students right now, because when I was in college, I was interning, I was working both in production, both on camera and behind the camera, just so I could learn as much as I could, just because I knew that I wanted to do something within the creative world, whether it's fashion, TV, whatever. I knew that's what I wanted to do, so I decided to use my college years to learn as much as I can, and not just in college. I was a full-time student, so right now, if you're in your early 20s and you're a full-time student, that's not an excuse to stop at that. Like, you need to break your back. Not all cats can be washed, and I know that sounds really, really dumb and really, really weird. I've had 2 cats in my life, and the first cat that I had, I didn't realize he was a different type of cat until I got my second cat. My first cat, Cookie, acted like a dog. My mom treated it like a dog. It ate whatever we ate. It hated eating bones. It only wanted to eat meat, and the meat had to be sauteed. It was a diva. It liked eating flan and muffins. It was weird. And we used to give that cat a bath every 2 weeks, and it was not weird. He enjoyed it. We put him in water. He'd just sit there. You give him a bath. You dry him off. He moves on. He ended up dying, and then we got a new cat. Well, my mom got me a new cat after I cried for 3 days, and we called that cat Lulu because we thought Lulu was a girl, because Lulu was really unhealthy looking, really, really skinny, malnourished, the whole thing, and we couldn't see any genitals, so we just assumed it was a girl, and we moved on. That's not the point. Point is, we thought that Lulu would be like Cookie. I decided that when Lulu got big enough to where he didn't look like he was going to die at any moment, I was like, I'm going to start giving you a bath, like I did Cookie. And when we did that, Lulu tried to kill me. Lulu was not about that life. Lulu literally looked at me in the eyes and basically said, if I have to murder you to get out of this bathroom, I have absolutely no problem. And I swear to God, he tried to murder me. I have scars like on the back of my arms, like they're very light now, thank God. But he scratched both my arms, my front, he scratched my neck, my thighs, trying to get out. He was not about that life. But when that happened, I also learned something new about cats. All cats have turn-off switch. People don't know that. They all have a turn-off switch. The back of the neck. Like, you know where when the mom like tries to pick up their cats, like, or the kittens to move them from point A to point B? That's their turn-off switch. So Lulu came at me. I grabbed him by the back of the neck, pulled that skin, and he literally turned off. He went from to in seconds. So, you know, don't wash all cats, and all cats have turn-off switches in case you decide to give them a bath and it just does not work out. Yeah. Learn to read people's energies and learn to trust your gut at an early age, just so that people don't screw you over. I mean, if somebody gives you a vibe, and I mean any sort of vibe that you're just like, I don't click with you, there's something iffy about you, whether it's you seem like you're two-faced, or you seem like you could cut a or something like that. If your gut tells you that, you might want to listen, because 98% of the time, if your gut tells you that person looks like they can cut a, they might try to cut a, you know what I'm saying? So just always listen to your gut. It's very, very important. And also with that, you also need to realize that not all of your friends have your best interest at heart. Meaning, everybody has 1 or 2 friends that are iffy, shady, a little bit to the left. If they're given a job opportunity and they have to literally step over you, they will do it. Everybody has that one friend, and you need to be able to notice that person and realize there's something off about you, and I feel like you've never really had my best interest at heart, and you need to not necessarily cut them off if you don't want to cut them off, but you need to always keep them at an arm's length, because they will 100% screw you over. I've been screwed over. I have friends I've been screwed over by friends that they thought were friends. It's something that you need to learn at an early age. Puppies are cute as hell, but they're not for everybody. Just know that right now. There are babies that are a lot needier than actual human babies, because they pee, they poop everywhere, they don't have a diaper to contain. If you have a dog that's high energy, but you're low energy and you don't want to walk them, they're going to mess up your entire house every time you leave the house. Puppies are cute, but they're not for everybody. I had a puppy, loved her to death, but she just could not go with my lifestyle, so I had to drop her off at my mom's house. She was high energy, and the way our apartment was set up, it was way too small to handle her. So puppies are not for everybody. And also, if you get a puppy, just take all of your shoes and put them up really high, because he's gonna chew on them, or she, whatever. They all chew on shoes. They're rude. It's so cute. Say yes a lot more. Say yes to new experiences. Say yes to meeting new people. Say yes to just as much stuff as you can say yes to. Unless your gut tells you to say no, then you might want to say no. Unless your friends tell you that you're a really paranoid human being and that it's really not that big of a deal, then you might want to listen to them and say yes. But it's just say yes to a lot more stuff. If you get an opportunity to travel somewhere and you're a little bit nervous, like for example for me, I love traveling, but I hate going to new countries just because I have that anxiety of, I don't know what it's going to be like. Am I going to have fun? What do I do? Like, it's just, I always get anxiety every single time I have to go to a new country. And for like the longest time, I didn't travel just because of that. And I think it was like maybe last year that I was just like, girl, grow some balls and just start saying yes to stuff. I started saying yes to stuff, and oh my God, I have not regretted anything. So say yes to as many experiences as you can, because you never know where it's going to take you or the opportunities it's going to bring into your life, or just anything to that effect. So just say yes a lot more often. Learn to love every part of your body as it is right now. If you have a problem with any part of your body, if you think it's not sexy, you think it's not beautiful, if you're seeing some other stuff on Instagram that you're like, I wish I had that, just learn to embrace the body that you have now. Or change it. Those are the two options. But if you're too lazy to change stuff, or if you like want to have a six-pack but you're not going to do sit-ups, I don't know, maybe just love the tummy that you got right now. And also, there are a lot of stuff that like we as women hate about our bodies just because of society or like what's trending right now. But here's the thing, beauty in our society right now is such, actually has always been such a trending thing. It goes and comes back, goes and comes back. There's so many things that I was made fun of when I was younger that, oh my God, I hated. But honey child, I give it 15 years and oh my God, I am trendy AF. I was made fun of for having big lips. I was made fun of for having huge thighs, a big butt, all that stuff. I was made fun of. But do you know what's trending right now? All of them. So whatever it is that you don't like about your body, if you're just like, oh my God, I wish I had a big butt, my butt's flat and I'm top heavy. Girl, honey child, give it 10 more years and it's gonna go right back to big boobs and a small little butt. And then I'm gonna be the fat chick on the side. So I'm just saying, give it 10 years and oh my God, honey child, you will be just fine. This is very dumb, but I still think it's very important. If you are getting dressed for an event or a party or whatever the situation is, and you are ready 10 minutes before the car arrives, don't use those 10 minutes to be like, you know what, I'm gonna tweak up my makeup a little bit because we got time. Because do you know what always happens? You mess it up. If you wanted to have like this type of makeup and then you got an extra 10 minutes and you're like, oh, I'm gonna add a cat eye. Do you know exactly what's gonna happen? You're gonna do one cat eye and then you're gonna mess up the other one. Now you're gonna have to spend the next 10 minutes trying to even it out. And by the time the car arrives, you're walking around looking like a freaking raccoon just because you just had to tweak one small thing. If you have the time, just sit down and just wait. Do not tweak anything. Because trust me, you will regret the hell out of it. In 2017, you have absolutely no excuse to be an idiot because we have so much information at our fingertips that not knowing certain things, just not an excuse. You chose to be an idiot. If you're under the age of 18, I would highly suggest not cutting your hair unless you get your mother's approval, especially if your mother is African AF. Because I don't know if a lot of people know this. If your mother is African and you cut your hair, you basically cut her hair. Her hair is your hair. Your hair is her hair. She raised you. She raised that head. That head belongs to her until you're old enough to pay for your own hair, until you're old enough to move out of the house. Just don't do it. Because I did that once and oh my God, I got slapped so hard. Granted, I was not 16. I think I was like maybe 10 years old and I decided to give myself a fringe. Number one, I gave it to myself, so it was not even at all. And number two, I thought I was being slick by every single time I'd go home, I would like pin it back. I'm black. Our hair doesn't exactly just like lay flat. So of course I have a ponytail here and then my fringe that I have pinned back is just doing this. And I thought I was being slick. My mom noticed immediately. She was not pleased. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If he tells you he's just not that into you, there's a very high possibility that he's just not that into you. Don't force it. And that also goes for the boys. If she tells you that she's not that into you, she's really not that into you. Just let it go. You are perfect as you are. Go find yourself a new man, woman, whatever. They don't need you. Oh, you don't need them. What? Well, they actually technically don't need you. But you definitely don't need them. You are perfect as you are. Damn it. Don't ever go to the salon on an empty stomach, especially if you know that you are going to take out your weave, wash your hair, reinstall your weave, and especially if you know that you're trying to get that curly thing, so you're going to have to stick your head under a dryer for at least an hour to dry both your hair and the weave and to get the curls, because I am 100% sure that you will faint. You will faint so hard. I have done this multiple times. I mean, when I used to have hair. I did it. And why are those children so loud? Whatever, but I did it. And I fainted at the salon. I fainted when I went to go get a piercing. I fainted at the actual tattoo parlor. And then I fainted at a chemist just because my body was confused as hell. Don't do it. You will faint. So hard. Oh, and also another thing. If you're going to faint, you need to tell people that you're about to faint. It's the best thing that can ever happen to you because it will always catch you. Trust me, I know I fainted many, many times. Every time I didn't tell somebody that I was about to faint, I hit the ground by myself hard and it hurts like hell when you finally regain consciousness. But if you tell people that like, oh, I don't feel good, I think I'm passing out, they always catch you and they lay you down gently, like Sleeping Beauty. It's fantastic. And again, it hurts a lot less. Still discombobulated when you wake up, but you'll be fine. Just drink a soda and have a cake. You'll be perfectly fine. Quarter life crisis is 100% a thing, and a lot of people do go through it. I went through it for about 7 months. I didn't know what the hell I was doing with myself, and I decided not to talk to anybody about it, and that quarter life crisis quickly evolved into just strict depression. I didn't want to leave the house. I never wanted to get out of bed. My happiest was when I was sleeping. It's so bad. And if you get to that, you really, again, need to talk to people. You need to talk to somebody. Talk to anybody. Family, friends, get a psychologist, psychiatrist. I don't care. Talk to somebody. And I know there's a little bit of a thing when it comes to Africans and depression. We think it's like a white man disease. It's real. And it 100% happens to people. It's happened to me. It's happened to many people that I know. We just don't want to talk about it just because we're just like, no, you're being weak. But you're not. It's natural, it happens, and you need to talk to somebody about it. That's the only way for you to slowly start getting out of it. And trust me, when you get out of it, you'll realize how sad and how depressed and how unhappy you were during that period of time. And you will be glad that you took those steps, because when I went through it, I did eventually take those steps, but I wish that I had done it a lot sooner, because I feel like things would have been a lot different for me. Damn, that got real sad. Next! When you walk into a house or into a party or whatever and you see somebody that you know and you sit next to them, let's say it's your sister, and you happen to see a glass of juice in front of them, don't just assume that glass of juice is theirs and just drink it. Because sometimes it's not theirs and it's been there for God knows how long. And I know this because this has happened to me with my sister multiple times, because I have a what's yours is mine type of mentality, especially when we're like really close and really related. I walked into a house and my sister was sitting next to a cup of juice and I was like, yeah, I'm thirsty. I drank half that. And she was just like, where'd you get that juice from? And I'm just like, I thought it was yours. And she's like, I just got here. And that cup has been here for a while. And there was also a party last night. So you see all the cups that are around? They all belong to God knows who. So I could have drank anybody's juice from any part of the world. I don't know whose juice I drank. To this day, I don't know. But with that said, I do have the immune system of a beast because I don't get sick. And when I do, it's usually sickness for like almost death. But before then, it's hard to get me really, really sick because I have built an immune system. Wait, I don't know if I just said that. Don't do that or do that. Okay, if you're really, really young and you feel like you need to lick a wall because that'll help you build an immune system, but don't drink people's drinks that you don't know because you can get mono, and mono is not a cute thing. Didn't get it, but you can totally get it. When you're younger, foot massages look like those things that you watch in movies and you're just like, why do all these women always love getting foot massages? That's so weird. The older you get, the more you actually enjoy them. Oh my God, like I plan my months by when I will go get a pedicure and get like a 1 hour foot massage. Oh my God, they're so good. Ooh, fun fact, another thing when it comes to massages, this is also another life hack, and it was not on my list, but I just remembered because it's happened to me and another friend of mine. If you get a massage in, let's say an Asian country, if you feel like they are massaging something that you've never been massaged before, it's a very high possibility that they're not supposed to be doing that. And then that's all I'm going to say when it comes to that. Roller coasters are 100% worth the hype. They are bomb. But here's a life hack. If you do go to a theme park or whatever and they have so many roller coasters and the whole spiel and you're like, it's going to be so much fun, don't ride anything if it is raining. Because you know what happens? The speed of the roller coaster plus the speed of the rain is basically hail on your face. It hurts so bad. And also something else, when it rains, bugs come out the ground. Bugs that are usually never out when it's dry and not raining. So when you are driving straight into hail-like water, you are also going to eat so many bugs. So many bugs. It's not even funny. So many. Oh, and the water hurts so bad too. This is a nice, simple little style tip that I have picked up in my 29 years of life. If you are wearing leggings out of the house, and if you're not 100% sure if they're see-through, don't try to guess. Just assume that they're see-through and just wear a second layer of leggings. No, this has never happened to me, but it has happened to so many people that I know, and also random women that I just see on the streets where I'm just like, honey, I can see your butt. And I don't mean your butt. I mean the actual skin of your butt. Because here's the thing about leggings. Not all leggings come with really thick fabric. If the fabric is not thick enough and you stretch it over skin, it basically slowly just starts to turn into stockings. Don't guess. Just assume we can see your butt and we can definitely see your underwear. So just double layer. Wear 2 layers of leggings. Trust me, you do not want to guess. Because you most likely, I can definitely see your underwear. Do not play the guessing game with such things. Nope. Be your biggest critic, but also learn how to be your biggest cheerleader. This is something that I've literally just decided that I'm going to start doing maybe 3 months ago. I am the biggest critic for my own self. I am extraordinarily harsh on myself. I could accomplish something and my first instinct is to immediately think of, it could have been better if, or, but you didn't do this. Like, that's where my mind always goes to immediately. I did it subconsciously 2 days, I don't know when, I recently received some magazines that I was featured in for a project that I did with High Design, which was amazing. But I was in the Cosmopolitan in Elle, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm in Cosmopolitan in Elle. And then I flipped to the page and was like, awesome. And immediately my brain went into, don't get too excited. It's only for these months. That's where my mind immediately. I didn't think like, oh my God, I was just like, yeah, but it's not like you're gonna be in it for like the next year or so. Get over yourself. Instead of me just being in the moment and being like, oh my gosh, yay, congratulations, this is great. I immediately went into negativity. So learn how to be your biggest critic, because that's what helps you grow and that's what helps you become better at whatever it is that you're doing. But also learn how to take a second or a day, or not a second, like learn how to actually be in the moment and be proud of anything that you accomplish. Because if you're not proud of yourself, who the hell will be? So be your biggest cheerleader. And I'm still trying to learn how to do that. I don't know how to do that. It's so hard to do that. If it sounds too good to be true, oh my God, it's possible that it is just way too good to be true. Just do your research. If somebody's just like, hey, I'm gonna make you a star, and they tell you all these promising things, and you're just like, wow, it sounds brilliant, but also you like the back of your mind is like, yeah, that sounds like it's way too good to be true. It might be way too good to be true. So do your research. Don't get too excited until, you know, the ink is dry at the whole bit, but always be very cautious. Always be kind to everybody. That's something that I've always been a hardcore believer in. Always be kind to everybody. If somebody's rude to you, kill them with kindness. I just believe that. And a lot of people always say that do that just because you never know where somebody's going to end up and they might build you up or something. But I don't do it because of that. I'm just a firm believer in karma. You give off good energy, you will receive good energy. And I don't mean that you're not allowed to have a bad day. We've all had bad days. I've had situations where I got so frustrated by somebody doing something to me that I gave off my frustrations to the wrong person. And I've done that. And immediately I felt so horrible. And everybody does have really bad days. That's true. But with your bad days, 95% of the rest of you, be good to everybody. This, I feel like it's more for the new generation now, like the new 15-year-olds, because I look at some of you guys and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you just seem a lot older than you should be. You're trying to be a lot older than you are. And yes, I understand, like even yes, when I was 15, I wanted to look like I was 18 and that whole bit. But I feel like our generation didn't have the same pressure that a lot of you young girls have with social media and the whole bit. Just learn how to be the age that you are. It's okay that you're 15. It's okay that you don't look like Kylie Jenner. That if you're 15, be 15. Like, enjoy yourself. Be young. Be stupid. Make all the mistakes that you can now. Because trust me, you will turn 30 years old and you will be so glad. Like, there are moments that I will see some of my younger cousins. I'm just like, oh my God, you look hella stressed. And I think about what my life was like when I was 15. I was like, oh, those were such good times. Like, literally, all I had to worry about was just, like, me and my 3 friends. Like, that was it. There was never pressure about likes. There was never pressure about how many boys like me, how many guys think I'm sexy. Like, none of that was pressure. And I miss that so much. And I'm glad that I got to experience it. So for you girls who are really young, learn how to experience that. Just go with it. Just, you're young. Just live your life. And since I have talked about young people, now let's talk about us old people. The older you get, the worse your hangovers get. It is a fact. For some weird reason, between the age of like 18 to 25, you can drink anything and everything and you might wake up with a hangover, but somehow by like lunchtime, your body recoups, your liver decides to be like, okay, we can do one more round, and you can go back out and do the exact same thing again. I am 29. If I get like a really bad hangover Sunday morning, I'm not drinking again for a month. I had to learn how to drink responsibly. And yes, you can still have those days where you just like turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. But if I'm not turning up, I am drinking responsibly, drinking a lot of water, just enjoying the beverages, like that type of thing, because I just know that my body's not built for hangovers anymore. It's not. I will die. It hurts so bad. And if it feels this bad at 29, I don't know how worse it's gonna get when I'm 40. Oh my God. Makeup tip. Learn what your right foundation shade is, because here's the thing, you're not fooling anybody. If you wear like NC40 on your face, but everything from like right here down says NC50, we can see that. We can tell this, and this are very different colors. And yes, as Black women, we do have different shades everywhere in our body, but we kind of still have like a color scheme. Like, it's not that different. Like, you can't be an NC40, and I don't know if you understand what like foundation colors are, but like that's like the MAC, like the way they do their shades. So NC40 is very light skinned. Like, I'm between an NC45 and an NC50. But I will never wear an NC40 trying to pretend that I'm an NC40 when I know damn well, like, I'm an NC47.5. You know what I'm saying? So just embrace the skin color that you are, because honey boo boo child, you ain't fooling nobody. Spoil your parents as much as you can. And that's something that I love doing with my mom, because I love my mother to death. My mom has done so much for both me and my sister. My mom is a single parent. She raised both of us while trying to get her PhD, working 3 jobs. One of the jobs that she had for a time period was working in a kitchen, washing dishes. And oh my God, I'm actually tearing up thinking about that. Oh my God, what's happening? Sorry, that's so weird. Sorry. I love my mom, like, a lot, and she has done a lot for both me and my sister, and things that she never had to do. And yes, we went through a struggling time in our lives, and no matter how much money we didn't have to be able to do certain stuff, I never skipped a meal. So now, as the age that I am right now, and even though I'm not fully set in the career that I'm in, every chance that I get to spoil her, I am tearing up. Oh my God, what has happened? I like my mommy a lot. Anyways, whatever opportunity that I get to spoil her, I'll do it. And I will do it without flinching. And that also goes for my nephew. Like, I would easily not go out for a month if that meant that I get them something that they really want. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, just spoil your parents as much as you can, because you never know what they had to do, the struggles that they had to go through to make sure that you don't have to struggle in anything. So, spoil your moms. Speaking of which, I have to go get my mom lunch. And I got her a gift that I want to give her. Do not go broke trying to portray some bougie life that you're living if you know damn well your pockets are not about that life. If you know that you cannot afford the latest Samsung, iPhone, whatever, work with what you got. Because the way the world actually works is normal people genuinely don't give a crap about how it is that you're living your life. Like, I personally don't care about what somebody's phone is. I don't. But I know some people do. And the reason why I'm even putting this on the list is because, what was it? I remember I was at an event with somebody. I was paying a bill. Because, okay, so the way my bank accounts are set up is I have like 3 different banks. Just because I'm scared of banks crashing and that whole thing. And I like to spread my stuff that way. Anyways, so one of the banks that I have is Equity. I do. I have absolutely no shame in that. And apparently some people do, because I pulled out my cards to pay for something and then somebody was just like, ew, you use Equity? And I was just like, yeah, because it has money in it. What? Why does it matter what card somebody is using? Honey, it has money in it. If your phone works, honey, your phone works. Why does it have to be the latest whatever phone that has just come out? As long as your phone is functioning and you can do you and you're living your life, live your life for you, because they might judge you for like a hot second, but you're the one who has to go home and deal with your own life. So live your life for you, not for other people. And if somebody shades you because you're not wearing the latest whatever, or you don't have the latest technology in what, or oh my God, your shirt is a thrift, girl, honey child, tell them if they are willing to upgrade your life, feel free. But if they're not, tell them to f off. And there you go. Those are my 29 life lessons that I have picked up in my 29 years of life. And I'm really sorry for all the children's noises. I don't know when children are supposed to be in school, because I don't have children. Are they supposed to be in school at this time of the day? Or this time of the year? It's November. Are they supposed to be in school? I don't know. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, because I post up 3 videos a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. in Kenya. If you're trying to figure out any other time outside of that, I don't know, you're going to have to Google that. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by. I love you guys, and deuces.